Thank you so much for chatting with me. First, I want to ask you, where did the original idea for this come from? Like, to originally not do, I guess, another format like Jackass and go in this direction?
It's a good question. Like, we started talking about spinning Irving into his own movie probably in 2000, after the second Jackass movie.
Oh, wow.
And in that movie, we did a bit called Bad Grandpa, actually, where he acts inappropriately with his grandson. And we were loosely talking about the idea. And then a couple years ago, we got serious about it, and we came up with the storyline and started coming up with funny ideas. You know, just like, oh, wouldn't it be funny to do this? But it was a daunting idea because we weren't smart enough to figure out a way to have cameras out.
Yeah,
you know?
and build a narrative. And daunting enough as was, I guess, building a narrative through pranks.
Right.
It must have been also daunting thinking, who can play like Billy? Like, it's such a character that needs someone who's so young but so ballsy at the same time. And you just kind of hit the jackpot, didn't you?
We did, and you know, he was a lot younger than I was expecting, because you know, I didn't think we would be able to find. I mean, he's 8 years old, and he looks actually younger than 8 because he's really short.
Yeah.
Which is perfect for us in that when you're that small, you get people are more likely to get involved.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, we didn't think we'd be able to find a brave enough kid to be out there and you know, hold up under the pressure of not knowing how people are going to react to things. But this kid is a real treat.
He's just one of his own, isn't he? He's just...
Knoxville did a movie with him called
Fun Size. Yeah.
And he came back from that movie, came into the office like, man, I just worked with the perfect kid. We got to do something with this kid. I don't know. He didn't have the idea at that point. We thought we'd just put him in a Jackass movie or something.
Will that happen in the future, do you think?
I mean, if we were shooting Jackass tomorrow, there would definitely be something for Jackson to do.
He would definitely be right there. What was, I guess, the most fearful moment for you during all the shoots where you were on the sidelines watching? Were there any point where you thought, this is going to erupt into something?
We're always hoping it erupts into something. So I wouldn't say that's the fearful thing. The stunt where we shot Johnny Knoxville, we shot Grandpa through a window. He's on this little toy rocket, and was a really tricky stunt to shoot, because you know, normally if we're shooting stunts, we try not to have the public around, where they're in harm's way. And this one was shooting him in. You know, not only are we shooting outside, but we're shooting inside where he's going.
Was that one take?
It was one. We were set up to do it a few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was one take, and but it was really difficult because you know, people would keep crossing, and you know, I had a guy who's pretending to be a shopper on the inside. He's our safety guy, and he'd walk by and go, "Good." So I'm like, "Go now."
Yeah.
So,
how far can Johnny and Jeff go? Like, I mean, is there a point that you stop and just say, actually, no, we can't push it that far?
I guess it would be my job to stop him, because Knoxville will always take it to the nth degree. So I am usually the voice of reason that brings him back. In fact, I made him do one test he didn't want to test the rocket at all, but I knew that we needed this rocket ride to go as high as we could for the most dramatic, craziest crash. But really, for it to go as high as it could, he had to stay low in the rocket. If he puts his head up, he's getting his head taken off.
Grandpa!
What?
This thing doesn't work.
What do you want me to do about it?
Fix it.
Can't you see I was talking to a lady?
Yes, but look.
Did you put money in there? God.
Try it. It doesn't work.
Oh, God. Ow. Nothing. Oh! Oh! Oh!
I mean, we really had 6 inches to work with. And so I made him ride it. I just said, I just need you to know how it feels, so you stay low. That's the only thing you need to worry about. Just stay low. I don't care how you land. I
want you to be okay.
I don't care how you land. I don't care what happens. I just don't want you to get your head taken off, so just stay low. And so
because it would ruin the movie.
He reluctantly tried it once in a warehouse, and then that was great. So
the big point of it, I guess, is not only did you manage to build a narrative into a series of pranks, but you also managed to build quite a heartwarming relationship as well into that as well. Was that how did you build that yourself? Like, was it built in a script, or did it just transpire while you made it?
To be honest, we weren't sure. Yeah, that was a scene. There was one scene in particular where he drops his grandson off to the kid's father, where it really got emotional, and that, luckily we shot that late in the production of the movie, so they had formed a real bond that mattered to when that scene happened. It was very real.
Don't hurt me.
Hurt
Don't
you?
hurt me.
I'm 86 years old.
Don't hurt me.